Bel'Veth, what an amazing design. The art team of League of Legends is just on another level. But there is problem. Cinematics like this cost tons of money. How would it look like if someone tried to make that on their own? But no one would do that. Only an idiot would think he could do it.
So you might say, Riot Games are $1 billion company. And you're goddamn right. But that doesn't mean that the person who's got really inspired cannot try to remake it. And my remake definitely not gonna be any better than theirs, because I'm not on $1 million budget. But I'm here to save some Riot Games money, so they can make more awesome cinematics. Just hire me, Riot, and we can talk about this. Okay, so first, we probably need some cool programs to create stuff, right? I wonder how much they will cost. So I believe we need modeling program, then we probably should get something for texturing, maybe some cool face textures too, right? And we probably need a animation program.
Are you sure about that?
And rendering. That shouldn't be too much of money, right? Okay, let's open up Zbrush. I'll start modeling from the sphere and just do a little tweaks to the sphere, and let's see what we get. So I think this is a complete face.
Yippee!
Okay, jokes aside, this is where we almost landing. I'm gonna later change the face, but now this is how it's gonna be looking. Looks pretty good so far. Next I'll start doing the body part, but I'm not gonna do whole body because it would take too much time. I'm only gonna be making a bust. But it should be enough to replicate a nice looking cinematic. Next, let's move to texturing part. So we will be using Substance Painter for this part, and I didn't do much to optimize the models, so it's not really game ready, but it's pretty close. But it should perfectly work for a cinematic. Texturing part was probably the hardest part because I was not very clearly sure what is she made from. Her skin kinda looks like a skin, but kinda looks like a rock. So I probably end up changing her textures like 10-20 times, and I'm still not happy with them, but at some point you just have to stop and move forward, right? I wanted to create textures by using a lot of tools from the Substance Painter, but I ended up not being able to do some of the parts, which I just had to go in and do with the hand, and I think it turned out pretty great. I was quite happy with the result, but there's a big problem. Exporting everything from Substance Painter to another program gonna make it look quite a bit different, so I had to do a lot of juggling between programs to make it look somewhat nice. Again, if you're really interested in the process, I'm gonna release a next video after this one, so if you want to learn more about this stuff, you can watch the next video. But now, let's move it into Blender. Okay, so for the Blender part, I did not record a lot of process, because it's a lot of same type of work, a lot of tedious work, small tweaking, which is not very interesting to look at. But what you should know is that I made the tentacles, I made the bone system, which we're gonna be using for animation. I set up the scene, and we're going to actually be using Blender to render. This is a quick sneak peek of the video, because I will be making an animation, but what I wanted to show you is how I made this environment. I got contacted by a really cool and useful add-on creators, and they asked me to test out an add-on, and I liked it, so I'm gonna show you a quick demo on how I created this environment. So for using add-on, you just have to activate it in here. Press it. Now I can go into render mode, and the lighting can be changed with the starlight sun. So by just rotating this one, you change the position of the sun, and it changes the lighting and the daytime. You can rotate it however you want. It stays for every single preset in the same place, the light, so you can try other ones. So for my one, I believe I used Mars. I just put in and changed the color to my reference. It mostly were purple, purplish, and a bit of blue. I didn't change light too much. I think it was more of the blue. Maybe it was a bit higher so you can see more visibly. And I did add more clouds because these are not very visible. So what I did is increase the scale and the thickness. And probably I did decrease the atmosphere. It gets darker. And this was my HDR. What I did is just add a small light in front, position it something like that, increase the strength, and that was it for my lighting. Very quick and very powerful. Okay, so my rig is quite simple and an animation is not gonna be that extraordinary. But what I did is just add a simple bones on the body. I did not even paint the weights. If you don't understand what that means, don't really think about it. It's just like it moves like, look, ooh, like a gooey move. For the body, nothing complicated. For closing in and open up eyes, all I did is just go into the sculpting mode and edit mode and move my eyes, booga booga, like this, and then save it in the movement stuff. You don't really need to know that. And for the face, I just made another bones. So we will be having an open up face scene, and for, you can see all of these bubbles. What I did is just attach them to some tentacles inside her face. Here you go, one can come out, crawl out. And that's basically it. Nothing too complicated, nothing too hard to do, but it was just a lot of tedious work because I had to paint a lot of tentacles because I did them all individually. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the final result. So let's not wait for anything.
I am the end of the world, and the beginning.
Before you leave, I have a lot of similar type of videos, which I will attach in the description and at the end screen. If you're wondering how long this project took, I believe it's around 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe a bit longer, but I'm not sure. But if you're interested to learn this stuff, I just created a new tutorial where you can learn a whole full workflow on how to make stuff like this. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this, and see you in the next one.